we're hearing Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. About material and spiritual topics, the topic is, what are the various conceptions or concepts of karmis, jnanis, and bhaktas? A karmi is a sense enjoyer, food bringer, he wants to enjoy the fruits of his activities. A jnani is a renunciant or a covered sense enjoyer. And a devotee, a servant of the Supreme Lord. Jnani, a renunciant or a covered sense enjoyer. Jnani means one who thinks he can attain the highest plane by jnana, by knowledge. But this is, he's cheating himself. So by jnana he may renounce, but only to attain a level that he can enjoy on a higher level. So the enjoying spirit is there. They wanted to feed each other. And the devotee is a servant of the Supreme Lord. Try renunciant things, I will become one with the Supreme Brahman and leave the ingredients for my sense gratification in this world. It is the habit of impersonalists to attack the Supreme Lord. The bhaktas and the philosophy of Bhakti, they think whatever we do, even we sit at Kashi and play chess, we will become Lord Shiva as soon as we die. Sinful people think we will enjoy everything by causing trouble to others. Pious foodie workers think in order to accumulate piety, we will give charity, meditate and serve saints. We will work hard, earn money, and save it for our relatives and descendants. And the bhakta thinks we will accumulate wealth only for the service of Hari, Guru, and those Vaishnavas who are worshipping the Lord at present and who will worship the Lord in future. Let all our wealth be spent for the worship of Hari. It's very sensitive. What is the difference between the material and the spiritual world? Anybody knows? It's one aspect, yeah. Srila Prabhupada says on this, the material world is the perverted reflection of the eternal spiritual world. It is full of imperfections. So whatever happened here is a reflection of the real thing. But here it is contaminated by the false ego, I and my. Otherwise, Krishna also, he wants to enjoy. Everything he wants to enjoy. Everything is meant for his enjoyment. And also his expansions. We are all expansions of him. So, but materialists, those who live in the perfect, perverted reflection here, they want to take the position of Supreme Lord. Everything is meant for my enjoyment. And you will find every billboard, every newspaper, everything, everywhere you will find. Enjoy this, enjoy that. It's completely perverted, completely opposite from the transcendental world. The transcendentalist, the bhakta will think, everything I see is nice, it's meant for him. He has created it, it is meant for his enjoyment. And this is the proper vision. The variegatedness of this world includes temporality, imperfection, and perversion. In the spiritual world, everything is spiritual. Place, time, and inhabitants are all transcendental and exist eternally there. There, the object of service is one without a second. Since there are many servants, there is no lack of consistency. It is only when we consider the one object of service plural do we experience problem. Although there is no fault in accepting variety in the absolute truth's energies. Is there any question on this point? It was difficult to understand, perhaps. Can there be one spiritual master for all religions? Is the question. And then Srila Prabhupada says, forget about many religions. There is only one real religion. Similarly, there's only one spiritual master. The one religion is the eternal religion of the soul. Everything else is either the religion of the body or mind. It is called Kaitapartama, cheating religion.
So means Maharaj, when Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvataram Paritijam means this.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Because it is self-created. It is not coming from up to down. It is we created, humans created, make Jesus to God or God's Son, and they could not understand real spiritual life. In the same way, others are, some are more close, some are less. Other religions. But what is spiritual world? This is the question what we have to ask. If all this body is gone, all these material things, all this material, what we want to enjoy is gone. What is left? What is left? Somebody has an idea? The mind is also. Mind, let's say, also we leave behind. But the heavy experience of the spirit soul, that we are spirit soul. As long as we have not realized who we are, that we are spirit soul, that we are living beings, how will we be connected with Guru and Gauranga? Because they are on the transcendental plane, on the spiritual plane, on the eternal plane. So, as long as we are not connected, we are moving in the material world. And my experience is, I have not seen many who have this divine connection with the spiritual master, or the spiritual master means who is connected with the Lord, with his spiritual master, and so forth. It must be like this, when spiritual master is out or is somewhere else. If I am realized, if the spiritual master is realized, then there will be no separation. He is always here. But we have not the capacity, we are not fit to hear him, to recognize him. You will not find him outside. You will not find that you can reach him or communicate on the mental level with him. Don't think like this. Mental conception means material world. It is the transcendental. It's only on the level of the soul, heart. And heart, soul, and eternity, transcendental plane means here and now. Always be here and now. We are living now in the past and future. We are living not in the present. So some beginning level we have to realize that God we cannot find when we are looking with these eyes and seeing the deity or the Lord's form. No. You see so many forms in like the selling in the shops. But the form becomes useful, or becomes gets when we have realized that actually not the form, external form, what we see with the eyes is Krishna. Because the pure devotee calls the Lord, please you come and receive the service of your devotees through this form, because they need to see with these eyes, because they have not yet transcendental eyes. So this is the purpose of deity worship, and it is a beginning level. It is not that when curtain open, then oh, Krishna is seeing me now. Pure devotee never had such experience. For him, the Lord is always there. He is always with him. He is is always connected with him. And this is the different stages of how we can increase. So the lowered by, or the devotee by exercising or performing sadhana, and as it is directed by Guru and Gauranga, and in the Shastras. He can attain it when he becomes sincere and humble and with a great desire, my Lord, I want to understand you. I want to serve you so that I get some understanding who you are. This must come from the heart, not just speaking. I can speak whole Bhagavatam, nobody can understand anything if I am not realized Bhagavatam. This will be just stories, you know. Just, it will not go to elevate us to the higher plane. But if we hear from pure devotees, it will touch us. We will get some experience, if we are fortunate, if we are not too much engrossed in this material plane. So the one religion is the eternal religion of the soul. So there's nothing to do with this material world, eternal world, transcendental world. Everything else is either the religion of the body or mind. Regarding these religions, there are various opinions and modes of worship. They have nothing to do with the religion of the soul. Religion of the soul is one without the second. And it contains no scarcity or variety. It is not boring, but it is the spontaneous propensity of the pure spirit soul, who are transcendental to all material contamination. So whatever may, if a devotee appears in this material world, all what we may see as material on him, the devotee himself is transcending it. It is not, he is not, it has nothing to do with this. What external plane, whatever happened at the external plane. For materialists, the external plane is for us very important. And then maybe spiritual. For a real pure devotee, the external has no meaning. It comes or it may not come. It happen or may not happen. He will not be disturbed in his consciousness, in his pure consciousness, soul consciousness. So it is transcendental to all material contamination. Whatever we might think is contaminating. For a pure soul, this is transcendental to all this. He is not under the influence of anything in this material world, even it may appear outside externally. You can follow. In Prabhupada's books, I remember when we are in the beginning, they did not want that we read his books. The argument was, we cannot understand Prabhupada speaking. He's speaking very high. So we had the Brahma Samhita by Prabhupada's explanations. So nobody This was more or less not allowed, because he gave a very, on the transcendental plane, explanations, So, Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, he checked the mentality of the Western world and the materialistic. So he gives some small doses, small things, so they can take it, Kirtan, Pasharam. It was the most attractive thing in the beginning, And he left, unfortunately. Then somehow or other I felt that they are not going further. They're holding on this conception. So I've seen, met so many leaders, they are just want to build bigger and more money and all these things, this where money was it not? I remember in Rettershof in the late 70s, it was the first time there. And then weekend, all the devotees come back from book distribution. There were hundreds were book distributing. Then they come back, also Harinam in Switzerland, and what was another? Purushottam also was. And one, he lives in Mayapur now. He was a young boy at this time, but he was good in book distribution also. Navidanyera, yes. I met him just 2-3 years ago. And Harinam also, he was there, short. But they're living outside more or less, Harinam especially. He lives in Switzerland now. Yes. There was also, on the Sunday they come together and everybody reading the results. How they call it? I don't know, 1,000 book points, and the other money was called Lakshmi points. Lakshmi points? Yeah. Haribol! You understand what I mean? It is very important to distribute the books. But I told this already. They forced me. I never want to distribute books. I don't know why. This was not my nature. But they forced me. So, but I got a small bag of this in Vienna, and I went out with others and tried to distribute. I could not. I was too shy to approach. But before me, they distributed. They distributed Chaitanya Charitamrita. Who can understand Chaitanya Charitamrita? From Gamis at this time, And yes, I went 500 meters in the back of them. And I saw they opened the book and were seeing this, and then I saw them in the next garbage, they put it there. So I collected all this book. When I come back, I could not distribute, but I bring me the book back.
It was like printing machine.
It's my experience. But of course, it has to be, at this time it was, the story was they're telling, this is a storybook about, what was this, Arabic, 1001 Nights. Yeah, some, story, I think. So they were not preaching. And Swami Maharaj, when he came to London after he was already almost leave the body, but he came again. And the German devotees come to him, they had darshan of him. Rohini, you were there also? In London? Yeah? Yes. Then they told Swami Maharaj, you reading my books also? Are you only distributing? He was in a place that they did big book distribution, but he asked them, you're reading, you're understanding my books, you're reading the books. Then what was, they did not. You have to?
First you have to understand.
Yes.
You are eternal, he said.
Yes. First you have to understand the books. Then you can distribute it. If you want to distribute spiritual life, if you want to give spiritual life, you have to attain the level of spiritual life. Otherwise, how will you give to others? So if you distribute the books, you have to speak to them and give them an idea to make them inquisitive or make it interesting for them. Only otherwise it is only a business, it's even cheating, telling some story. And was only done for money at this time. And nowadays I think it's the same. And you still have book distributors in Zurich?
Not so much.
Not so much anymore, huh?
What we do these days is we go to the lake and we sit and chant.
Oh, this is good. Yes. This is a more pure, you present what it is, Some feel attracted, then they should get. But to just give it to everyone, then you need 2 people after they're distributing and they're collecting them from there. Yes, it is important. We have to realize spiritual, what is spiritual. And we can get only spiritual knowledge from one who has understood, who has realized spiritual plane. This is the mercy of Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya and Gurudev. By their mercy, when we are connected, this is important. And we are so fortunate to get this connection during his presence. Then you will always feel his presence. All the time. And this should be the goal of a real devotee. Yes, anything more to say? Otherwise we can read one short. And time is over. The phrase, as many opinions, as many paths. Correct? Srila Prabhupada says, opinion is born from mental speculation. As there are unnumberable living entities, there are unnumberable thoughts and tastes. The path that has been created is being created and will be created in the future by people's whims. Can never be the eternal occupational duty of the spirit soul, means Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal, and Dharma means duty or religion. Although there have been and will be innumerable opinions based on mental speculation, Srimad Bhagavatam, the king of all Shastras, declares Savaipum Sambaro Dharmo Yato Bhaktyaroksacha Aiduka Prajiyada Yatma Supasida. The supreme occupational dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. The philosophy, as many opinions, as many paths found in this world, is a path born from material knowledge. It is a path favorable to the material world. It is unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service to Hari that is the supreme opinion for all humanity. The soul can be happy by no other means, since other religious principles and processes award little pleasure to body or mind. Gross materialists and mental speculators consider such religious principles process as their ultimate goal. So the ultimate goal in the material world is to get our material desires fulfilled, to become happy. Yes, it is the desire for eternity. We want to be happy in this material world, but it is fake. It is not possible. How is it possible? When we are young, you may have so many desires. But when you get older, desire reduces. What is desire still there, but body becomes useless. Yes. But we go on. So this cannot be the goal. It is illusion. It is Maya. That what is not real. It is just a perverted reflection of the transcendental world. Yes, there you can become. There is eternal. There you can increase your loving service, your relation to the Lord. It always increases, and it is no end. So discussions of the Absolute Truth must be heard from the living source. What means this? Living source that we are living on the plane of soul. This is life. If the soul is out of the body, What is the body?
Dead,
Rotting, burning, putting into the earth, will be eaten. So the body cannot be, even the words what come from the mind, this cannot be the truth. It must come, life comes from life, Swami Maharaj Buddha book. I was impressed, I'm reading this. Very nicely explained. Like our Gurudev, and this I never forget. When he visited first or second time Vienna in our temple, he asked for he can walk, make a small walk. So we went around the block in the city of Vienna. And he came back. Then he looked at us and said, Vienna are nice people. They are real friendly, nice people. But they are all dead. Because you identify with something you are not. Your mind is working only for this lump of flesh, to satisfy him, to save, or to whatever. It's because the mind is also material. And the intellect also. Because he's always engaged to find some way how to enjoy better or more. And this means dead. They are walking dead. They are dead, identify with something what cannot survive without the life. So what is life? Life is soul, not the mind. So mind is very subtle, but the soul is much more subtle. So intellect, mind, and external matter, they cover our soul. So when we identify with the external, with the covering, so we must come back to what we really are. We are spirit souls. We are members of the transcendental world. And this is, we can only get from one who has understood. Tat vidi pranipatina pariplasnena siva yogarichandide jnanam jnanashtata. If you want to know the truth, you must approach a bona fide Spirit Master Guru. You ask him question in a humble state of mind, and you have to try to serve him as best you can. He can reveal to you the truth. Why he can do it? Because he has seen it. Yeah. The truth darshan, you can get the darshan or you can see the truth. This is supported by the Shastra. This Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the entrance to the Bhagavatam. So it is just the basic understanding what we get in Bhagavad Gita. So then the living entities can attain highest eternal benefit. Otherwise there will be danger at every moment for those who are misguided. So we have to carefully choose. If our desire is sincere, then in the Bhagavad Gita also says Krishna, and how much sincere your desires are to see me or to understand me. Accordingly, I will reveal myself to you. So, we may cheat everyone else in this world, but we cannot cheat Guru and Krishna. But we can cheat everyone in this world. So, it must come from real insight, and there must be real deep desire. And accordingly to our surrender, I will reveal myself to you. You will see accordingly. And this is a very simple, very simple understanding. Spiritual life is not complicated. Material life is very complicated. Spiritual life is very simple. It's very, very natural. It is in us already. We are coming from there. So it is our original position. But now we see everything very complicated. We feel to leave or give up something in this world, it is very painful. It is painful to be attached here, I tell you. You can believe me. Maya means that which is not the Supreme Lord. The Lord is the positive and Maya is the negative idea, devoid of God. Maya means that which is not. That which is not the Supreme Lord. This is Maya. The Lord is the positive, and Maya is the negative idea, devoid of God. So means when we forget God, and this is not only, I remember 2 times on a day, God, Krishna, that I am a Krishna consciousness, I can realize much. So, pure devotee means who is constantly connected with him, constantly, whatever he may do. He never is without him. He was always, he's seeing always God, the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Everywhere he is. There's nothing outside of him. And he always stays in this, on this level. And he is transcendental to all external influences. He is not attracted or attached. This is pure, what it means, pure devotion. And this level we have to attain under the guidance of a bona fide acharya who has realized. We cannot attain it by our endeavor, whatever we may do, without someone who can bring us there, who can open the door. He can, by his mercy, we can come to this level to remember constantly Supreme Lord, to always be conscious of him. I got so many stories of experience on these things. Even from devotees who live many years in Vrindavan. I remember him at least. Every 10 minutes I must think of Krishna. He thought this is very Krishna conscious. But Krishna conscious means all the time. When you forgot, then Krishna will come and will remember. Hey, I am here. This is the exchange between real, pure souls. And this is the pastime, how the Lord performs his pastimes, hide and seeking. And when the Lord is hiding and not showing himself, the devotee is crying, "Where are you, my Lord?" It's by the mood of the Goswamis. They were lamenting. Vilapakusumanjali, this Raghunathas is telling this mood, he is explaining, or he's not explaining it, he leaves it and he wrote it down. Very sweet, very sweet. But for this we are not fit to hear, or we will not understand. Any question? Otherwise we can stop here. You are released. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. They go, they try. We can stop here. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Nitalila Vaishnava Subhar Brahmana Acharya Stodasa Srimad. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Gurudev Nitalila Vaishnava Subhar Brahmana Acharya Stodasa Srimad. Bhakti Vaibhav Goswami Maharaj. Jai Guru I'm free. I'm released.